This isn't just the biggest, the worst terrorist attack since 9/11 on US soil. It's not just the biggest mass shooting in American history. This is, as my LGBT colleague Patrick Strudwick at BuzzFeed has pointed out, the biggest mass killing of LGBT people in the West.
A deliberate targeting of them.
Since the Holocaust. Gay clubs, gay bars. These are places that LGBT people go to have fun, to party, to drink, to dance, all the rest. But they're places of solidarity, of friendship and love. I don't know what his affiliations were, this dreg of humanity, this piece of scum and any dreg of humanity.
The FBI says that they had seen him on their radar and clearly now that there was some phone call made on a 911 call beforehand and then the claim on the news wires from Islamic State that he was one of their soldiers.
Any dreg of humanity can pick up a gun and murder people, and he is. That's all he is. And, you know, I remember David Copeland back in 1999 when he detonated this neo-Nazi terrorist in London outside in Old Compton Street, massacring, he killed 3 people, one of them a straight woman, 2 gay men.
We're always going to have nutters. The main thing is, let's not let nutters get guns really easily and assault weapons where they can kill 50 people.
There is something specific, however, if they do it in the name of a religion, and we still have to establish that. But what we don't seem to be getting at the moment is an indication that he was part of a bigger group of an organised attack, that he's one of these so-called lone wolves.
Which we need to speculate, I have to say, and I'll get a load of bile on my Twitter feed, don't care, by the way.
You get that anyway.
Well, I'll get it anyway, and you know what, fill your beats, by the way. The issue is, I will not have people, as a gay man, appropriating the people who never speak about gay rights, except when this happens. If they think a Muslim's involved, then they'll jump on the bandwagon and they'll spout as much bile as they want. He apparently had no strong religious convictions whatsoever. This person is a homophobic terrorist, whatever else he is. Presumably he's got some twisted view of Islamic fundamentalism to justify his, even though he's just a knuckle-dragging thug and bigot, has to be called out. Because I have to say, on Sky News and other lots of news channels, there's not been many LGBT voices that I've personally heard myself. And people have to understand, as LGBT people watching this and elsewhere, that they look at something like this and it is one of the worst atrocities committed against LGBT people in the Western world for generations.
Well, it has to be called out as such. It's something that's carried out against human beings, isn't it? No matter what.
No,
let's just make this point that you cannot say this is a worse attack than what happened in Paris, where again innocent people were actually attacked.
LGBT people. What I'm saying is, this has to be called out for what it is. It was an intentional attack on LGBT people. This person...
on the freedom of all people to try and enjoy themselves as battle
No, I'm sorry, can we just explain? You don't understand this because you're not gay, OK? So just
Whether
listen.
I'm gay or not has no...
No, it does.
It has no reflection on the fact that this person killed...
You have ownership of horror of this crime.
Can I just say, I find this astounding.
I'm not Jewish and I'm not gay.
Excuse me.
I'm not French, but I still am equally horrified by these crimes.
Let's stick with what the papers are saying about it rather than what you're saying at the moment. But that's the headline. ISIL wages war on gays in West. Now, you share that view that basically this was deliberately targeted on one part of the community rather than the freedom to enjoy yourself no matter what your sexual orientation is.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the coverage in the newspapers.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's what we're here for.
I'm trying to understand the point you're making. This was a deliberate attack on LGBT people in an LGBT venue. It was a homophobic terrorist attack. Do you not understand that?
No,
it's not some abstract kind of, he just picked a random club out of nowhere. He picked a club because it was full of people he regarded as deviants. That's why he attacked the club. Why are we trying to deflect? I mean, what?
We are not trying to deflect. No. We are trying to reflect what is being said by the authorities here.
I'm sorry, I just find this the most astonishing thing I've ever been involved in television.
As it was on those people in the back. It's not bizarre. We are trying to draw parallels in terrorist attacks on people who are being attacked, whether they are enjoying rock music in Paris, whether they are gay people in Florida enjoying a night out.
This was an attack on LGBT people. This was a homophobic attack.
Can I say that the issue? OK, I completely accept, as he does, that it was a homophobic attack. But for me, the issue is there are going to be homophobic people. There'll be people who hate black people or who hate gay people or hate Jewish people. There are going to be people who are lunatics. There are going to be people who are fanatics.
Who are lunatics? Stop using these words, Julia.
Is it possible for me to finish one sentence?
If you stop using words like lunatic to talk about homophobic terrorist attacks.
Here's the thing. I'll choose the words I want to use, and you choose the words you want to use. Do you understand?
Go for it, Julia.
OK, well, thank you. So whoever these people are, and whatever their motivations are, the key thing is we're always going to have mad and bad people in the world.
People.
And the key issue is that they can't do too much or any harm. When you have free access to assault weapons in a country like America, then they are able to put their hatred of other people into effect.
Now, this is an issue that a spokesman for Stonewall saying that people would be feeling vulnerable and basically indicating...
Are you going to have an LGBT voice talking about it? Interesting.
Oh.
Sorry?
Nothing. Carry on. Go on.
Owen, seriously.
I've had enough of this. I'm going home. Sorry.
Owen, genuinely, we're trying to have a civilised conversation.
I
know you're upset. You're upset,
I'm
very
upset.
I'm quite right. Everyone's upset and angry about this, but storming off a TV set.
Right. Well, I think we'll continue the press preview.